receiving our content. We are live and in person. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Disney Talk Thursdays with Mouse Talk. As Melissa and I are, she's not turning down her phone. Nice job. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mouse Talk, Disney Talk, Mouse Talk.
Hey John.
Hey John, welcome in buddy. For those that are watching the replay, thank you for watching. We're going to have a fun stream tonight. We are doing our top 10 Disney live-action movies. And we're going to, yep, you're first, John, for sure. We are going to do our top 10. No Star Wars and no Marvel in here. We're keeping them out of the equation. Hey, Brian's in here. So we're going to have a good time with it. Melissa's got her 10, I got my 10. And I think for the first time in forever, we're gonna actually have some different ones in here tonight. She's gonna have her list, and I'm gonna have mine. Hey, Meg's in here. Hey. What's going on, Meg? So, top 10 Disney live action. Again, if you're watching the replay, thank you for joining us. Our quick shout outs, of course, to Dean and the Live Place. As usual, they host every Tuesdays and Thursdays when we do our live stream. Great place. Go out to their website, theliveplace.com. Find them on YouTube as well. A lot of family-friendly live streams, a lot of Disney, but other stuff too. They do a great job, and we really enjoy having them, being on that channel with them, and they're very nice and wonderful people. Dean does a great job. And of course, anybody that's in here watching, if you see anybody in the chat, please be sure to go out to their channels and subscribe to them. A lot of great channels in here. They do wonderful content on Disney and other things as well.
Of course.
All right, so hope everybody's doing well out there.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris is in here. What's up? How you doing, Chris? Red beans and rice for dinner by Brian tonight.
Oh, Brian, stop.
Brian, I had turkey for dinner.
Again.
Thanksgiving dinner for the 5th time in the last, no, like 7th time in the last 7 days.
He loves it.
I don't mind it, so it doesn't bother me.
I had a peanut butter
Melissa had peanut butter
on a roll.
Melissa had peanut butter on a roll, and I had turkey, dressing, gravy, corn, mashed potatoes.
I would love some red beans and rice. Can you beam them over here, Brian? That sounds good.
Gosh, she's so funny. I don't know. Why didn't you have...
I don't know.
See, I don't know why she didn't have it either, but she didn't have it. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, so, since we do have a few people in here, again, we're doing our top 10 live-action movies, Disney live-action. No Marvel. No Star Wars.
Beam the beans.
For sure. Beam the beans. There you go. Beam the beans.
Good for the heart.
I guess. I love turkey too, John, for sure.
See, Meg likes peanut butter better than turkey.
Oh,
I love peanut butter.
She's in the minority with that. I love peanut butter too, but not better than turkey.
Better than turkey.
No.
I think I actually do like peanut butter better than turkey.
I
do. When I eat Thanksgiving dinner, it's not the turkey I love. It's really stuffing. Yesterday I had for dinner, I had a bowl of stuffing and green bean casserole.
That was a retired dinner.
That was my dinner.
She's weird.
So, I like the sides.
I like the sides too, but I love the turkey. Put a little, as the dog's
back there doing
gnawing away on something back there. I don't know what he's doing. Chris says peanut butter is way better than turkey,
I like
too.
Peanut butter better than turkey. Me too. I make a protein shake every morning and put peanut butter in it. So
okay, this isn't the turkey stream tonight, and this is not the peanut butter bunch.
We love food.
I love
Brian's fault again. Brian's fault.
Yeah, usually Dan would be in here by now. We're talking
green
food.
bean casserole.
Yeah, I love green bean casserole. It's really good, Brian.
I can make it only at Thanksgiving.
That's not true. Every once in a while, she'll make it other times too.
No, I make it when you ask me to make it to take to work or something. We don't make it Turkey Talk.
Turkey Talk Thursday. There
Couple of turkeys talking turkey.
Speak for yourself. Short-term memory loss. All right, let's get going. We're way off topic here.
What else is new?
Amen to that. Nice going. Who started the whole food thing? Brian, nice going.
Always Brian.
Likes Brian. Turkey Talk Tuesdays, too.
Yeah.
I guess it would work. Thanks, Meg. All right, so we're going to do our top 10 Disney live-action movies. Melissa did hers in about 30 seconds. So
That's so true.
I don't know how much she really put thought into this, but mine took a lot longer. Mine took about 60 seconds.
I was inspired, and I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh,
watch, half of them won't even be Disney movies. I'm sure.
What a jerk. I'm gonna leave.
Blame Canada.
Good night, everybody.
You're so funny, Brian.
Brian.
I know we're going up against Corey Meets World tonight, so we're hopefully we'll get some people in here if he's not on for too long. But he's going to be on for a while, I think.
Yeah, he usually is.
All right, so let's go with we have 10, and then I have 4 honorable mentions. Do you?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 honorable mentions.
Quick picks for Meg. That's what she does too. You had 5 honorable mentions?
Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead with your number 10.
All right, my number 10 is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That's an oldie but a goodie. I enjoyed that one. I was trying to look up things online. I'm like, oh yeah, I really like that. So I actually, believe it or not, I know a lot of people bring up the newer live actions. Not really getting into too many of those. Some of them have been disappointing, and some I haven't seen, guys. So actually, and I can't put ones that aren't out yet. So
right, well, you haven't seen them.
Yeah, I mean, live action Lion King hasn't come out yet. Dumbo's not out yet.
Hey, Human Person
coming out. A Human Person. So.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Hands down, no discussion nor debate.
I totally forgot about that one. That's horrible.
I didn't forget about that one, but I didn't. I'll be honest with you, Human Person. I didn't consider that live action to me only because there was. Well, I guess I should have because. There's another one on my list that technically is live action and has animation in it too. So yeah, you're right.
And I feel dumb because that should have been probably on my list.
Yeah, it should have been on my list too. I didn't even think of that.
Good pick, Human Person.
I agree.
But yeah, I liked watching Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Wasn't it Walter we watched it with when he was little? And I just enjoyed it. Rick Moranis was funny, and I don't know, I just enjoyed it.
Meg, you'll have to wait and see. There might not.
I've never seen my.
Well, then, so far you're 0 for 1, Meg.
Yeah,
obviously, it's not going to be on her list, so we'll have to see.
I haven't seen it. Don't hate me. I haven't.
We don't hate you. All right, so
I like the Mighty Ducks pool at the.
Yeah, me too, actually. So my number 10 actually is a sports movie, Meg, but it's not the Mighty Ducks. It's Angels in the Outfield.
That made my honorable mentions.
Oh, you're not supposed to say it yet. All right, anyway. Well, anyway, Angels in the Outfield made my list. It was my number 10. I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was really, really good. It's a lot of fun. Ted Danson is in it. Matthew McConaughey's in it. Mm-hmm. Nobody remembers that, but he's actually got a little part in that movie. Danny Glover's in it. Actually, the guy that became really big for a while, the little kid.
Nacho Butt?
Yeah, but he's all over the place now. He was in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
That's where he was a kid in that movie. A lot of stars in that movie. But Angels in the Outfield. I thought that was a really good movie. A lot of fun. Good story as well.
Yeah,
with 2 kids being rescued by Danny Glover in the end. I think it's a great movie.
It was a really good one. So it almost.
Hey, Main Street and Mickey's in here. Hey, how are you?
No, Human Person. It's sad because I haven't seen it, but I know Mighty Ducks is about hockey. So, and it's kids.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's all I can tell you because I have never seen it. So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's why.
Meg will be able to type in the body to tell you exactly what it's all about.
Exactly.
Meg.
It's a hockey trilogy. Yes, it is actually. That's true. Yep.
But I do really like Angels in the Outfield. I thought it was a really cute. Now I want to go watch it.
That's a good movie. Angels in the Outfield. For those if you haven't watched it. Make sure you do. It's a really fun movie. It's a baseball movie. I love baseball. Yeah. It's my favorite sport.
He does.
But yeah, I love that. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a really good movie and got a good story. So that's my number 10.
I love Nacho Butt.
Nacho Butt.
Nacho Butt. You have to see the movie. So.
Number 9.
All right, my number 9 is Muppet Christmas Carol.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
You know I got to have some Muppets in there, so... I love me my Muppets, and Muppet Christmas Carol is a fun one. And I haven't watched it yet this season, but I will.
Yeah, why not?
And I love the Christmas Carol story anyway, and when you add Muppets to it, then it's a win-win.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my number 9.
Number 9 is... I'm sorry, I'm pulling something up as I'm talking to Melissa here. Which I probably shouldn't be doing, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Because now you're distracted.
There we go. Okay. So Melissa says her number 9 was Angels in the Outfield. No, I'm just kidding. The Muppets. I got it. So my number 9 is on the totally different level. It was Melissa's number 10. It was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So it made my list too. I love Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I love the whole concept of the movie. It's so unique. There's really not that many movies like it out there. Rick Moranis is fantastic. Although he's fallen off the face of the earth. You never see him anymore.
I know, right?
He's nowhere to be found anymore.
Well, he did that on purpose. I read that he just retired
kind
from
of.
movies.
Yeah,
so
kind of.
It was funny.
Chris, good point. Great Muppet Caper is a great movie, too.
I love Great Muppet Caper. I love Charles Grodin in that. And it is one of my favorite Muppet movies. It didn't make my list, but that. And even Muppets Take Manhattan. I like a lot, too.
Yeah, Muppets are always good.
Love them.
Yep. Hey, Walter Grahams. Welcome in. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Good job the other night on Jeopardy, by the way. Thought you did great.
We were talking about that before we did the show, Meg, if Mary Poppins is live action. I guess it actually is because...
Well, if you're going to consider
it doesn't have
Roger Rabbit live action, I think Mary Poppins has to be considered live action as well.
Because they had very little animation.
Yeah, just a little. But it did have a few scenes. Yep,
mm-hmm.
It
Absolutely.
did. Yep. All right, so my number 9 was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And Honey, I Shrunk the Audience was actually a fun show over at Epcot when it was there.
I never saw it.
I saw it.
Oh, I'm mad to this day that I didn't see it. So.
Yep, Main Street and Mickey. I liked the playground over there at Hollywood Studios too. The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids little play area they had back there. I thought that was the neatest thing, and I kind of miss it. I wish it was still back there, don't you? What are you laughing at?
They're making fun of me.
Because
I don't have Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, no Mighty Ducks.
I haven't seen it. I can't put anything on my list I haven't seen, so it'll have to be on my list to watch. So.
She won't watch it.
No, that's not true.
She won't.
I need more time.
Hey, Ray J!
You getting ready for work?
Yep, probably. It's Friday. Think about that one. That's always good. All right, so 10, 9. Who's number 8?
Mine's a little bit of a tearjerker. I picked Bridge to Terabithia.
Bridge to Terabithia. Yeah. Ooh. Who out there has seen that one?
It makes me cry every time. But I like it. And it's another one I watch with my boys. With Mason. That was actually one that Mason and I watched together a lot. And I enjoyed that. So
Bridge to Terabithia. I can't say the word.
Yeah.
Terabithia? All right. It is kind of a sad movie, to be honest with you. Kind of.
Have you even seen it?
I saw some of it with you guys.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit sad, but I like it.
It's true. Main Street and Mickey, it is, from what Melissa and my son have said, it's pretty sad for sure.
It is sad, but I do like it. But anyway, I like that.
Yep. Yeah, Chris, that's sad. You're telling her about the Honey, I Shrunk the Kid playground, and then a month before she went, they closed it. I know.
Oh, that's
it's terrible.
Horrible.
It was neat. It really was a neat little play area. Ray J, Bridge to Terabithia, I didn't see all of it, so I can't speak to it, but you guys really liked it. It's a good story, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's based off a book, and I haven't even read the book, so I know a lot of times if I read something and watch a movie, I don't always like the movie, so I don't know if anyone out there didn't think it was great compared to the book. But since I didn't read it, I enjoyed the film. It was sad, but I liked the story.
Cool. Very nice. All right, so my number 8 is, and this one's going way back for me. This is more for me in my childhood. I really enjoyed this movie, and I enjoy these two actors, is the Apple Dumpling Gang. I don't know if anybody out there has ever seen the Apple Dumpling Gang, but it is a fun, cute little movie. It's kind of almost like a Western kind of thing. It's got Tim Conway in it and Don Knotts, and I think it's fantastic. I love that movie. It's so funny. It's so cute. It's just a fun time. I love the Apple Dumpling Gang.
I've never seen it, but I love Don Knotts, and I'm surprised we haven't seen it. I used to love The Ghost of Mr. Chicken.
Yeah, and, I remember that one too.
Of course, seeing him in Andy Griffith's Show.
Yeah, and Three's Company too.
Yeah, of course I didn't watch Three's Company.
Oh yeah, your mom probably didn't.
I wasn't allowed.
Hey, there's Cargo. What's going on, Cargo? How are you?
But yeah, I've never seen it. That's another one I should have to go back and watch because I really liked Don Knotts.
It is so funny. It really is a good movie. A lot of slapstick comedy in it too. I'm big into physical comedy. I like that kind of comedy. That's why I love John Ritter. I love Jim Carrey. Those guys are kind of the physical comedy. Dick Van Dyke was like that too. Mm-hmm. And they're just Apple Dumpling Gang. If you haven't seen it, try it. I think you'd like it. Main Street Mickey, it's cute. It's a fun little movie. I mean, it was. I think it came out in 1975, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, Cargo. Hope I didn't just give away your age. But
that's all right. We're like the same age, so it's all good.
Walter Graham, what did you say? What did we miss?
Oh,
he said something. He said we left him hanging.
Back,
I'm sorry.
I
don't know. We'll have to go back now. What did I miss? Just when you think they're about to break apart.
But if that's a movie reference, I won't know what that means. That's probably why I didn't say anything. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, you're funny.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, Darby O'Gill.
Darby O'Gill and
the Little People. That's absolutely a good one.
Yes, and I didn't even think about that one, but that one I did see.
Well, that's Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old school. That's a really
But that's a lot of fun too. Walter Graham's. That's a great one. It didn't make my list, but it is a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's so classic too. It's an oldie but a goodie.
It is.
Yep. Darby O'Gill for sure.
That brings back memories for sure. Oh my gosh, Meg. I didn't even think about Newsies.
I saw Newsies as well, but I don't know. I mean, that's Christian Bale's in that.
I've only seen it once, and it was when I was very young, so I don't really remember it. So that's why it's not really on my list, but another good one for sure. I mean, we could have done a list of 20.
Yeah, we could.
Each.
Oh, geez. Well, you have to keep waiting, Meg. There's some other ones coming. You never know. Some of those might be on our list.
Yep.
So, what's your number? 8?
Are we on 8?
Did you do?
Yeah, I did 8.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. That was Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh, what was 10 for you?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Muppet Christmas Carol, and Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh, okay.
For me. Have you done your 8?
Yeah, I did 8. That was Apple Dumpling Egg.
Okay. So number 7 for me is actually one from when I was young. That brings back a lot of memories for me. It's Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes, Flight of the Navigator.
Loved Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker, when she was really young, is in it. And the kid that was abducted by the alien ship and then brought back, and he was in the future, yet he was still young. And that was a cool movie to me. We watched that one growing up, and I enjoyed it. So...
Ray J, that's the truth. You know what? You go in there, look at a lot of and there's a ton of live-action Disney movies, and a lot of them that I keep forgetting are Disney movies. And you're right. You're like, which ones have I seen? Which ones have I not seen? So that's a good point. And Chris, you make a good point too. It makes me think of the nostalgic attachment to these movies. I never think they're terrible. Maybe
they might be a little
campy.
Yeah,
little corny. But I think they're great. I mean,
don't even know what Bride of Boogity is. Now I'm intrigued. I'm gonna have to go and just. Goodness gracious.
Meg, you never know. Santa Claus might not be. I might. Hey, Sooner Girl, Leanne, how you doing?
Man.
Good to see you.
That's funny. Oh my goodness. All these sayings I don't know. It's terrible.
Oh, Meg's got some good ones. Meg. You never know. They might be on the list. You might be on the list. So yours again was, what was it?
Flight of the Navigator.
Flight of the Navigator. Very good one. I can't remember anything.
Nobody commented on that. I was like, what?
So my number 7 is Enchanted. The Disney movie with Amy Adams. We have to wait till your turn.
Whatever.
Number 7 for me was Enchanted with Amy Adams and Patrick Dempsey and Tim Robbins' wife. Isn't that terrible? I can't think of her name.
Oh, yeah, she was the bad...
Yeah,
well,
she was the witch.
Susan
Sarandon. Yeah, Susan Sarandon's in it. But Enchanted's a lot of fun. A lot of good music in that movie. Lots of fun songs like that, How Will You Know?
Yeah.
That's How You Know.
Yeah,
that's a fun song.
In there.
That's a really cute movie.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I just think that's an awesome, fun time, Enchanted. I love that movie. I think it's really cool. What's his name's in it? What's his name? Cyclops is in it, too. James Marsden. I think his name's Marsden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the prince.
Quack, quack, quack.
Oh, God.
Human person's ready for Disenchanted. Yeah, Chris, I think so. I think it's got a lot of good music in that movie. I think it's fun. It's a good time.
It is. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's a fun time. Yes, McDreamy.
Oh, Air Bud. Was that Disney?
Air Bud? I don't remember.
You know what?
I don't know. It might have been.
Isn't that terrible?
It might have
I've
been.
never seen Air Bud either. I just know it's a golden retriever and basketball, right? I mean, that's all I know.
Yep.
So, yeah, when he stabs the bus.
Yeah,
that's
that
funny.
is funny. That's a good one. But it's a good movie. I think it's cute. I think it's a lot of fun, for sure. So that's my number 7. What's your number 6?
My number 6 was Enchanted.
Oh, it was Enchanted.
Yeah. So I really liked that movie. I thought it was cute. I liked that they brought the Disney fairy tale to quote life.
Yeah.
You know, so it's probably one of the first ones where they before they started making all the other princess movies in real life. So I really liked it because it was his own movie too. It brought on the whole, you know, prince and princess.
Yep.
But I just liked the spin. I like how they brought it into real times and they were animated but became real. And it was fun. Just a really fun movie. Walter
Gramsci, you'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see because there may be a love bug in here somewhere.
Aww.
There may be. You never know.
I'm going to ruin your life. Just so you know. Ahead of time.
You never know.
Your life is ruined.
No, it's not.
But I'm sure Walt won't disappoint.
You never know. You never know. So what's your number? Is it my turn?
No, your turn. Your number 6. Because my number 6 was your number 7. Meg, would you stop ruining my list?
You're giving it away. Don't give it away. Jeez. Number 6 for me is Hocus Pocus.
6, huh?
Number 6. Yes. I think Hocus Pocus is a great movie. It's probably one of my favorite Halloween movies. And it's just a lot of fun. Everybody always talks about it. We were so stoked when that movie came out, or when they did the live-action show, or the stage show during the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Everybody loves Hocus Pocus. Yeah, I just think it's great. Bette Midler's wonderful in it. Sarah Jessica Parker, Kathy Nanjamoy. They're all great. And I think it's fun. I think it's fun. The song, I Put a Spell on You, is classic.
Yeah, it is. Love it.
It's classic. It's everywhere. So, yep, Hocus Pocus makes it for me. Awesome movie. What about you? Number 6?
5.
Did you do your number 6?
Yes, it was
right, Enchanted. I can't remember anything.
My number 5 is Saving Mr. Banks. Thank you, Meg, for announcing that ahead of time for me. No, I was kidding, but that is such a good movie. Also kind of a tearjerker. The story about the author of...
Mary Poppins.
Yeah. I really, her life and where she got the story from and what it was really based on. I really enjoyed that movie. I went into it with no expectations, really. Just didn't know, and really, really loved that. Well acted, good cast, great story. So I enjoyed that one a lot.
Yep, good movie, for sure.
Really good.
Yep, it certainly is. So number 5, right? So we're up to number 5? Okay, so my number 5 is... Mary Poppins. Hey, Bill Southern, welcome in. How are you? Mary Poppins for me. I love Mary Poppins. I think it's a great movie. I just love Julie Andrews. I love Dick Van Dyke. It's a great movie. Again, great songs, great story, great animation in there as well. I love the way they incorporated it, especially for that time back then. Things aren't. They didn't have the special effects and CGI they have today to make it that much better.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought it was great. So for me, Mary Poppins has to make the list. I love it, and that's number 5 for me.
And I'm with you, Meg. Pretty much anything with Tom Hanks in it is amazing. So you're about right there. He's done so many great movies. We could probably do a whole show about Tom Hanks movies that we love. That's a good one. We can do that on Tuesday sometime. I'll do it with you. That'd be fun. So.
Tuesdays are my night.
Well, I can crash it once in a while.
I know. Chim.
Well, my number 4 was Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
Because that...
Did you do your number 5? Oh, that was Saving Mr. Banks.
Did you do your number 5?
Did I?
Did I just cut you and do back to back to back?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. No, it was Mary Poppins.
That's right.
We can't remember anything. You guys got to keep us on track here because we're
tired. Wow. Okay. Yeah. See,
we can do a Tom Hanks night.
I think that'd be a good idea. But yeah, Hocus Pocus was my number 4. I again love that movie. A lot of memories with the boys and us growing up and just Halloween. And when they brought the show to Disney for Mickey's Not So Scary, it was amazing. Couldn't wait for it. So glad to see it. Was the highlight for me. So
that's not true. That's not true. Meg, you're gonna try to get me in trouble. That's not true.
He gets himself in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it on my own.
Yeah.
All right, so you're number 5.
That's because our picks are like kind of the same, but on different orders. So we're like, what did you say?
Yep.
I don't know. What did you say?
All right, so that was your number 5. So now it's down to our number 4, right?
That's true, Cargo.
We do have selective hearing. We're very happy. That's our superpower. And I actually enjoy having selective hearing.
Yeah, because usually it's me, nag.
Exactly. I find that to be a very useful superpower. But my number 4 is And you're right, Meg. It made the list, and it was on the thumbnail. It's the Santa Claus. The Santa Claus is fantastic. Love that movie. Everything about it is fantastic. Tim Allen is wonderful. The whole concept of this clause in the contract where if you put on the suit, you're the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who came up with it, but it was genius.
It is genius.
It had never been done before, really not done. And it was fantastic in the way they incorporated in his son and the kind of tug and pull. Is he going to be with his son? Is he going to save Christmas? It's a great movie, and I think it's fantastic. It's just awesome. I love Judge Reinhold in it. It's really cool as the shrink, and it's emotional too. I mean, you think he's going to lose his son. He's not going to be able to see him.
Walter Grimm's. I like the sequels. I do. I like all of them. I mean, the first one's the best, but I actually enjoyed the other two as well.
The other two were okay. They weren't great.
No,
I like the third.
I like them.
The second one is fun in certain ways. The third one's fun because I really like Martin Short, and I think he brings a little something to it. You're right; they're not great.
I like them.
No, they're not as good as the first, for sure.
Yeah.
Not even close.
No.
But I don't mind them. I can watch them.
Enjoy them. See, I do too, Human Person, and it actually is my number 3. So the Santa Claus was my number 3 for sure. And especially this time of the year, I think you think of it. One of them was on the other night, and I was watching it. So
yeah.
I like all 3 of them.
But Santa Claus it's a lot of fun. The whole thing with the ladder too. And the Rose Such a Ladder, company. Yeah, it's awesome. It's just a lot of fun. Well, what's your number 4? Because you skipped the number 3.
No, number 4 was Hocus Pocus. Oh my God.
I can't remember anything anymore. Isn't that terrible?
It's because our picks are like the same, but one apart.
Yeah, that's true.
It gets a little confusing.
Meg, there are positive aspects to all of those Santa Claus movies.
Oh, I like the kid. I did. We agree on something.
There you go. See, look at that.
I did like that movie a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
And all right, so your number.
That one.
Yep. So your number 3 was the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Okay. So my number 3 is totally different, and I remember. I'll tell you, we were at a movie for something else, and we saw the trailer for this movie, and I had never read the book. I'll give you a hint. It was at first a book, but I saw the trailer for it, and I thought, wow, this looks like it's going to be a really good movie. And then we went and saw it, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. And that's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Narnia. The first one.
The first one.
Because that was the only one done by Disney. After the first one, I think Disney dropped the rights to it, and the other ones after that were done by someone else. But Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was absolutely amazing to me. I loved that movie. Liam Neeson as the king, as the lion, as Aslan was fantastic.
It is, Meg. The first one.
The first one is. Just the first one, Meg. The other ones, Disney dropped the rights to them.
Yeah.
And they were done by somebody else, Prince Caspian and the Dawn Treader.
Oh, he said they did Prince Caspian too.
Oh, did they do?
They dropped it after that.
Okay.
One. The third one was.
Right. That's what it was. Prince Caspian was okay, but really Disney knocked it out of the park with the first one. The first one was just so fantastic. I love that movie.
I hope you're joking, Human Person.
But yeah, Prince Caspian. I mean, I just love it. I love The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I think it's a great movie. Everything about it, and the book is. I've never read the book, and I may have to go back and read it.
It actually was very close to the book. I read all of those books growing up, and I thought it was very closely related from what I could remember. Now, granted, if I were to go back and read the book now and watch the movie back to back, I might say no, but I thought it was very well done too. Surprisingly, it didn't make my list. I considered it, and I actually meant to write it in my honorable mentions, and I didn't. But I agree. I thought it was very well done and enjoyable.
And what's her name? Tilda Swinton as the White Witch was the bad guy in the movie, and she's really good. She's really bad in that movie. Oh my gosh.
I have a hard time looking at her.
Yeah.
That's me. I don't know why I said that.
Yep. But it is.
Scares me.
I think it's a really fun movie. I think it's very good. It's got a little bit of a, I think kind of a religious
it is.
aspect.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's got a religious annotation to it for sure.
It's supposed to be parallel.
Yeah, but I think it's great. If you haven't seen it, be sure to see it. You'll like it.
It's funny.
So Human Person says, okay, a PhotoPass photographer said it wasn't, and I was having a debate with Juan Rodriguez, the photographer, with me, saying it was a while waiting. Yeah. I think I'm 99, it was in the list, and it is. I'm telling you, that first one is definitely, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes, Brian, it is a Christian story, for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yep, all right, good. All right, so we are moving on. And you're down to your number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Muppet Treasure Island. I can't help it. I love Muppet Treasure Island.
She's so funny. That is a really cool movie. Anybody out there not...
Yeah. But it had to be Muppets, and that's the one I think... My son and I still constantly go back and forth with sayings from that movie. Mason and I are always going back and forth, and love that movie. I just love it. I mean, I could list a whole bunch of Disney Muppet movies there.
For sure.
I love Muppet Treasure Island.
Yep, John says he loves it.
Me too, John.
Yep, Meg says it's good.
Love the Muppet.
Muppet Treasure Island is really a lot of fun, for sure. Yep, it is. It's got a lot of good songs, too. It's a lot of fun songs, for sure. Waka Waka.
And love Tim...
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry is so good as oh my God,
Long John Silver.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Anyway, it's great.
Love it. John says Muppets Take Manhattan. That's another good one.
I love Muppets Take Manhattan.
Yep.
I do too. Jenny. You give her the huggies.
But Muppet Treasure Island's a lot of fun. It really is. It's a good movie.
Oh,
I enjoy it. That's a lot of fun. Oh wow, Walter Graham, that's fantastic.
That's cool.
Oh wow, do you have it framed? Do you have the poster framed? That's really neat. It's time for Africa. All right, so that was your number 2.
That's my number 2.
All right, so my number 2 is Meg. You were talking about it earlier, and yes, it has to make my list. It's Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Now I know when I did my top 20 movies of all time, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl made it. But I really enjoyed Dead Man's Chest too. I actually probably like that a little bit more, only because I really like the villain in the second one, Davy Jones, and I really like the ending of the movie. I like the little cliffhanger at the end of the movie a lot. I thought that was fantastic, and I love this movie. And you think Johnny Depp's gone. You think he dies. You think the Kraken kills him, and you don't know. And I just love how they leave that cliffhanger there. I love Dead Man's Chest.
Chris, I'm saying by default they're Disney movies because now that Disney owns them, they have the rights to them, so now they're Disney movies.
To Melissa, they're Disney movies for sure. Yeah. That's so funny.
That's just my opinion. It's probably wrong on so many levels, but I'm going to consider anything.
Well, not on the lowest level.
See, I like Barbossa too.
See, I don't. I enjoyed. I was kind of scared of Davy Jones. I wasn't really scared of Barbossa. Oh. He was just too witty and funny.
He said he likes him better as a villain than when he turned good. But
I like him better as a villain.
I didn't mind the way they did the story in the latest.
It was fine.
That, but yeah, I mean, he was a good villain. When you saw him come, like you said, when he came down the stairs, and you thought he was dead, and he came down, it was like,
and he said, "What have you done with my ship?"
Yeah,
and that was really neat. I know a lot of people were upset with that, but I really thought that was fantastic the way they did that. And then you knew a third movie was coming,
right?
And it was like, oh, he's not dead after all.
Yeah, me too, maybe.
Yeah, they're different types of villains, but Davy Jones was just really relentless. He was scary. Nothing was getting in his way. Whereas with Barbossa, he wasn't. I mean, he had an agenda, but he didn't kill Elizabeth Swann. He could have when he had her on the boat, But I don't know. I think Davy Jones is just a more scary villain for sure.
I know Walter Graham's Great Muppet Caper is pretty old. That was I think the second Muppet movie after the Muppet movie. So
yeah.
That one definitely wasn't Disney initially, because I think that was the second one that came out. So I would say no. I think they bought it out. It might have. I don't know if even Muppets in Space were. I think it was it Disney when Muppets in Space came out?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I only saw that one a couple times. I wasn't as thrilled with that one, but I still love the Muppets no matter what. I mean, the newer ones are meh. They're okay. I still enjoy it because it's Muppets. So.
Yeah. And Reggie, I like when he's eating the apple too, but I think my favorite line for Barbossa is the line when he's coming out of the shade and he's coming into the moonlight and he goes, "You better start believing in ghost stories. You're in one."
You're in one.
Yeah, that's a really neat line, and it's classic. Just as he's becoming, you know, the skeleton. It's a classic line. It's really neat. It kind of hooked us because that's in the trailer for the original movie, and it was like, oh my gosh, that is so neat. Yeah. And it was like really cool.
Yeah, that was so awesome. But that trailer is really cool. We go back and watch some of the trailers we really like just for fun. Because
we watch trailers all the time. Old trailers too. Old trailers. I don't care if it's one of my favorite trailers. I might do that for a top 10 one time. Is trailers? Yeah, yes. You'd have a list for sure. Yeah, I'd have a list for sure.
But you'd have to like somehow bring them up so people could watch them and have to play them on half the screen.
Oh, I have to learn how to do that though. I don't know how to do that.
So you'll have to save it for that. All right, we're waiting. Walter Grahams, he said the best line in any Pirates movie is this ...
Human person says, I bet Davey would make a mean plate of seafood. He probably would. He probably would. He's probably a really good cook.
Oh, brother. Either that or does he mean he is seafood?
Yeah. Well, it was at the end of the movie, I guess.
Ooh, goodness gracious.
It's a key. Oh.
Hi, Noah.
Hey, Noah's in here. That's all right.
Never too late.
Never too late, buddy. Glad you're here. Chris says he remembers seeing the original movie's teaser, and it was just the skeletons marching across the seafloor. And we were like, what? How is this Pirates? That's true. I mean, you didn't think of it, but I thought it was really neat. And I you know, kind of, what's the word I was looking for? I kind of gave Disney the benefit of the doubt that it was going to, you know, give them a chance. Because you're right, it was different than what we're used to seeing with the ride. Yeah. Chris, you make a good point.
And like Brian says, some trailers are very misleading. Or one thing I hate about some trailers is that the best parts of the movie are in the trailers. Or just the trailers, yeah. And then the movie stinks. And you're like, oh, this movie's so good. And then it's like, every good part of that movie was in the trailer.
In the trailer, and that's it.
That's one of the biggest disappointments to us. So...
Walter Grahams, that's a good line, but the problem, that whole line is so confusing. And it's like... I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I think it's when Captain Jack's talking to Will Turner about it, and it's just it's funny. It is funny.
Oh, so you didn't bring up the sausage earlier, Brian. Now you're just making me more hungry.
Meg says she remembers coming back from seeing The Curse of the Black Pearl at the theater and saying how she needed to be a pirate. She made herself a sword.
True. I was an adult and I wanted to be a pirate.
But you know what else really makes Pirates of the Caribbean so cool is the music. The music is so fantastic in that movie. It's like swashbuckler type music for sure. When you hear that music, it's awesome. It really is. It's really, really cool.
Of course, he had back-to-back Orlando Bloom being Legolas, and then Will Turner. It was like, oh, he was like,
he was the man. He was the man. He was the man back then.
I love me some Will Turner.
Yeah, he was. I like him better as a Legolas, but he is pretty cool. He's pretty awesome for sure.
That's funny. Yep, me too, man. That's so funny. That's true. Yep, me too. Yeah. He was the bomb.
Yeah, he was so. We'll talk about Lord of the Rings another time. He was so cool as Legolas. Peter Jackson did not slight him at all in those movies. He had some really awesome scenes for sure.
Oh, no, is tonight the Disney Christmas? Are they broadcasting that tonight?
Some stuff. I think it's like the Toy Story stuff and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, we won't be on. We'll just go to 8 for sure tonight. Or 8:30. Because I was going to say we're past 8 o'clock.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's true, Chris. They were wearing eyeliner and bandanas.
Yeah. I know that's funny, Meg. I saw that too. I'm cracking up. Our Orlando Bloom fetish.
That's so funny. All right. So we're down to number 1. Here we go. So what are your number 1s?
Well, mine was Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, but Curse of the Black Pearl because it was the first one. So I picked that. But yeah, for me, definitely Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates is great.
Yeah, it's classic. So
for me, my number 1, I remember seeing this for the first time, and I didn't know what to expect. But I'm a Tom Hanks fan, and when I saw it, I fell in love with this movie, and it's Saving Mr. Banks. Yeah, for me, really it is such a wonderful movie. I think I love the scenes with Tom Hanks. The parts that he's in the most. Don't get me wrong. I love the parts with Colin Farrell in it and the backstory of it. That's very sad. But I love the Tom Hanks scenes. It's so cool. It was done so well. I really love that movie. I think it's fantastic. I love the music in the movie. It's just awesome. Everything about it. It's emotional. I think it's great. I really do. So for me, it's Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah, it was a really great movie. It was.
It's Saving Mr. Banks is just awesome. I could watch that thing 100 times. And what I really like about it, if you guys have not seen it, watch the end of it. And you see some of the original pictures of the original people, the real Walt, the real lady at the photos when they had the premiere. And then at the end, they have the real recording of when they sat down and were doing the read through of the movie. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
It is awesome.
Yep.
Oh, Ray J, thanks for sharing your top 5. I love that
nice.
Lizzie McGuire movie is his top 5. That's great. It probably shows you about how old you are too, because she was big.
That's funny.
For a long time. That's wicked funny. I love it.
She was big for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So was Hannah Montana.
Yes.
Hannah Montana. Oh, my gosh.
And of course, we were too old for that, and we didn't have girls.
No.
So I think that's a big part of it, even though not just girls. I mean, to watch those shows. I mean, there were other, but I'm just saying, it's just funny. You know, depending how old you were and what you watched and things like that. So I love it.
You're funny, Cargo.
I like Hilary Duff, too.
But it's true. I mean, well, same with you could say that about High School Musical too.
Oh gosh.
I mean, oh my gosh, High School Musical was so big for a while.
Didn't even think about that.
Yep.
You know, I wouldn't have picked it for my list, but it's definitely Disney, and it's like, although, well, no, I guess it would count. The only one that came out in the theaters was the third one, but they were fun. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yep. I mean, but there's so many different things that could be very popular at one time, and that's what I like about these lists, is because that's why I like to hear from you guys on what your lists are, because, you know, Willis and I have a lot of the same tastes. We really do. But you guys might have different lists and different people on those lists, and that's what I like.
Oh, no, and I forget about some, so hearing the ones you guys have to say and, you know, knowing that I didn't do this huge amount of research, it's nice to hear a bunch of other ones where it's like, oh, yeah, that's right, you know, that's Disney, or, oh, I forgot about that one, because you guys are cracking me up in here in this discussion.
Cargo said the hoe down, throw down. What's it? Snap it, clap it, snack it. Whatever she said. Put your hands to the side. I don't know what the whole song. I've heard it too. See, I know.
That's funny. You gonna do some of your
No, that's no problem, Brian. No problem at all. We appreciate it, buddy. Yes, honorable mention time. And we actually do have several in the honorable mentions. And these were ones that I almost put a couple of them in my top 10, but I didn't. Because the other ones were just so awesome that I couldn't. So go ahead. Which one of your honorable mentions?
I actually did Princess Diaries.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a fun movie. I actually
thought they were fun, enjoyed them a lot.
Yeah.
And so that was in my honorable mention list. Oh,
bless you.
Puppy.
All right, Princess Diaries. So one of the ones for me, this one's going way back, guys. This one's going way back for me, is Babes in Toyland.
Oh, I love that
But this is the Babes in Toyland of back in 1934.
But that's not Disney, is it?
Yes, it was.
No way.
It's listed under there. Laurel and Hardy. That's what they're saying. It had it listed in there, so that's why I chose it. Babes in Toyland with Laurel and Hardy. I love that movie, and it had it listed as being part of the Disney umbrella, so that's why I had it listed. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But I love that movie. I think Laurel and Hardy are fantastic in it. They're so funny. The guy that plays Barnaby, the bad guy in it, is really cool. I love that movie. I just think it's a lot of fun.
All right. So, Chris, I don't want you to think I'm lying, but what does this say in my honorable mention?
Popeye. Yeah.
I actually did have Popeye
Yeah,
on
Popeye
my list.
in your honorable mention. There you go.
That I was making it up, but it made my list.
Yeah, that's funny.
Love that with
Robert Williams. Yeah.
Oh my God, that movie cracks me up. And I know it was probably most people thought it was silly and dumb, and Shelley Duvall as Olive Oyl, and oh my gosh, that brings back a lot of memories when I was younger, because it was when we'd watch with my brother and sister. So.
Chris is like
I love it.
All right, so there you go. All right, so there you go. So another one of mine, and Walter Grams, if you're still in here, it made my honorable mention, and that's Herbie the Love Bug. And I'll be honest with you, it could have been any of the Herbies. Herbie goes to Monte Carlo, Herbie rides again. It doesn't matter. I loved the Herbie movies. I think they were so much fun. They're so funny. Buddy Hackett's in the first one. He is hilarious. I love Herbie. So yes, Herbie made my honorable mention. Herbie the Love Bug. Hey, Sherry's in here. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Good to see you.
Pollyanna is a good
Pollyanna,
one.
that's
It
right.
is actually
Yep.
Cargo. I actually did like that. And somebody mentioned earlier Parent Trap too. The
Yep.
original
Parent Trap.
Parent
Yep.
Trap was lots of fun. Even the one with Lindsay Lohan was okay. And I know Herbie, they did the Lindsay Lohan.
Yep.
So there's so many.
Yeah, that's another one. Chris is Herbie Goes Bananas. Absolutely. I loved all of them. I just think they're just fun. They're corny, they're campy, but they're so funny. They're so much fun. I love those movies. I think Herbie is so much fun. Actually, Noah, can you believe it? But for neither one of us, Maleficent did not make the list.
We didn't pick any of the recent
I didn't.
remakes.
Yeah,
I
I
actually
didn't.
put Beauty and the Beast on my honorable mention. The new remake because I liked it. Walt didn't. He hasn't been a fan of really of any of the live actions just yet.
Not yet.
But I did enjoy that one. So that one's on my honorable mention.
Yeah. I won't get into Maleficent because you guys will hate me if I get into what I thought of it.
Doesn't like that they made her look like she was a good person.
Yeah.
You think she's evil through and through, and that's just what she is. So.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I thought it was a neat concept how they came up with it, but then it changes the story.
Yeah, Sherry, I haven't seen Herbie in a while either, but it's really a lot of fun. I just think it's a lot of fun. I'm going to go back and watch some of these now. Remember the Titans was another one I thought about, Chris. It didn't make my list, but I thought about that one too. I really did. Well, did you want to go next? Do you have
I just did one.
Okay. So the next one for me was, again, another old one, and it's not the one that was redone by The Rock. It was the original one, is Escape the Witch Mountain.
I never saw that.
If you guys have ever seen that, it's a really cool movie. They also did Return to Witch Mountain with Christopher Lee in it as the bad guy. But I really think that was a cool little movie. As Melissa's coughing up a storm. But Escape the Witch Mountain. It's old. I think it's 1976, 74, somewhere in there. But definitely, Escape the Witch Mountain. It's just a fun movie. It's cool. It's got a little suspense in it, and it's kind of neat, for that time, for that time frame, back then, for sure.
Oh, Walter Grahams, those are good. Rocketeer, another great one. Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Good ones.
Yeah.
Of course, the Mighty Ducks for you.
It's got all the Mighty Ducks in there.
That's great. Another one of my honorable mentions, I know I said earlier, Angels in the Outfield was one of mine too. We already talked about that. But actually, National Treasure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Which I actually really liked. I like the National Treasure movies.
Yep.
They were kind of fun. I know.
They are fun. Both of them.
So,
Book of Secrets was good too. Yep.
I enjoyed them.
Yep. Sherry says, she said, I wonder if all those old Disney movies will be on the Disney streaming service. I hope so. I think they need to be. I would love for it to be because they're fantastic. If they're in there, it'll help for me to want to get it. And then Walter Graham says, Maleficent sucks. They took the most evil, awesome villain and neutered her.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly what he thinks.
That's kind of how I feel. That's exactly right. She's the most evil. There's no way she's ever good to me. I'm sorry. I can't see Maleficent ever being a good person. Ever. And I couldn't get that concept through my head.
That's good.
Yeah, National Treasure it's fun. It's just a fun movie. I like the idea that they stole the actual Declaration of Independence and was trying to save it, and there's these hidden, clues and this huge treasure and then they ultimately find it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it's kind of neat that you would think that things would be hidden in historical artifacts like that. I like the idea of that. So.
Camden's favorite live action movie is Homeward Bound. That's true.
Right, Cam?
Yeah. Not yet. It's not time yet.
He's like, what?
And actually, that was National Treasure was my other too.
Okay.
That was my other honorable mention was National Treasure. I really like both of them. I like the second one too, Book of Secrets. I thought that one was fun too. That's the one that had Ed Harris in it, and Ed Harris was kind of the bad guy in that movie. But I thought it was fun. Human Person's Splash Mountain. And we could probably do our own story on Splash Mountain. We can make our own movie on that one.
Horror story.
You know what, Cargo? I have to admit, I don't think I've ever seen Song of the South.
I did when I was a little kid. And it's because it really hasn't been available for us to see here.
Yeah.
But I did when I was little. We even had the record with the songs on it.
Interesting.
But I don't remember a lot but because I was pretty young.
Yeah, but, I don't think I ever saw Song of the South. Isn't that terrible? I don't think I ever did. Splash Mountain.
No, I'm sure it is, Brian. I know it's Yeah, I mean, and I know it wasn't meant to be anything, but it's just,
Well,
But the way it comes across, I get it. Yeah, I get it. So,
And Human Person says that Disney's Dan said that everything is on the streaming service since they've had it there for just a little while. The USA will be one of the last countries to get it. All right, that's fine. And that's all right. As long as they're there, that's fine. Ultimately, I want to see it. So, I hope so.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in probably 40 years.
Which one? Song of the South?
Yeah, it's almost.
If I saw it, then I saw it when I was a kid, but I don't remember it.
30-some odd years, yeah.
Yeah, so. It's been a long time for sure. But there are so many other movies out there, and Walter Grahams was talking about Darby O'Gill. I think it was Walter Grahams or it was Chris, but one of them. That's another good one that nobody remembers. Another one is Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
I never saw that.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks is another one. That's Angela Lansbury.
Any witchcraft associated with it, period, I could not watch. So no Escape to Witch Mountain, no Bedknobs and Broomsticks. No.
Right.
Good thing Harry Potter didn't come out.
Yeah, Melissa wouldn't have been able to see it. Yeah, Sherry, that's right. It should be out sometime next year, so I'm excited for it. I know Netflix probably isn't happy, and Hulu probably isn't happy, because they're going to lose all the Disney, and it's all going over to the Disney streaming service.
Oh, you know what movie I actually kind of like, and make fun of me for it, is the one with The Rock, where he's the football player, and he has the daughter he doesn't know about.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I think that's fine. I can't think of the name of that movie.
Oh, my gosh. It's actually really cute.
Anybody know the name of that movie?
What's that movie? I'm blanking out. The one with The Rock.
He's the football player with the daughter.
The little girl. He doesn't know he has a daughter, and her mom dies. Somebody spit it out.
Game Plan. Hey,
Human Person.
Thank you.
I liked
that. That's a fun movie. I think that's a fun movie. Yeah, I do, too. I think he did it.
Jumanji wasn't Disney, was it?
No.
The newest one? Okay. The new Jumanji was actually funny.
Sherry, I'll keep the Netflix for sure, because Netflix has some good stuff out there, for sure. And we'll keep it for sure. Although
I find anytime I want to go look for something older that I remember from when I was in high school and want to watch it, or when I was younger, they never have it. Yeah. I wanted to watch Look Who's Talking. You remember Look Who's Talking with John Travolta and
you can't find it anywhere.
It's not on Netflix, not the first one or second one. And I'm like, I love that movie. It was funny.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sure it's out there somewhere. But every time I look for something random like that, like a movie, it's never on Netflix, and I get frustrated. But our kids use it a lot. So.
No, but I use it. I'll watch. Yeah, there are series on there that we'll watch.
That's true.
We watch a lot of television series on Netflix that I think are pretty good. So there are things we do watch on Netflix for sure that will still be there even after the Disney streaming service starts. Now, all the Marvel ones that are on there, and of course some of them have already been canceled, but Daredevil and Jessica Jones are still around. Cool Runnings is another good one, John. That's a fun movie with John Candy.
John Candy. Oh, I miss him.
Me too.
Him a lot.
Yeah, he was a good time.
Loved Uncle Buck. And I'm getting into movies that aren't Disney, but oh my gosh.
You know what, Meg? So I never saw that.
No.
I never saw it. I'm not a big Shia LaBeouf fan.
What did she put in there?
Greatest Game Ever Played.
Oh, I missed it.
It's good, too.
No, I haven't seen that either, but I like Shia LaBeouf. I liked Holes. Holes was a good movie. I think, was Holes Disney?
Yeah, Holes is Disney.
I liked Holes. Because I read the book first, actually, but I liked the movie.
Now, see, here's the thing. On YouTube, and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, absolutely. James Mason.
That darn cat.
Yeah, that darn cat's another one.
I haven't seen that one since I was little either.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That's the one with James Mason. That's also Kirk Douglas.
Yes.
That's another classic one. Yep. James Mason plays Captain Nemo, I think, and of course Kirk Douglas is the star. He's the hero in the movie. But yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Home Alone's are Disney? They bought them out?
Well,
Human Person just put that.
But I don't. That they weren't.
So, but if
but they weren't.
Disney,
they weren't at the time.
That's
they weren't,
okay.
Right.
It counts. I said that earlier because those are great movies. Human Person. The first couple, anyway. When they added that new kid and did it, it wasn't the same.
The Rookie. I don't remember The Rookie. Which one is that, Meg?
Oh.
Is that the baseball movie, The Rookie? I don't remember that one.
Oh, Shaggy, D.A. Bryan, Flubber.
Yeah.
Somebody might have brought that up already. The Nutty Professor.
But not
old one.
The Nutty Professor with Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
Yes, that one. It's not the one with Eddie Murphy.
Although that was Disney too. It wasn't? I think it has to be, doesn't it? Because it's a Disney-owned
Oh, The
movie.
Rookie with Dennis Quaid is the baseball movie. I know which one you're talking about, Meg. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. The Nutty Professor is not Disney.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I think it has to be Disney.
I don't think it is.
Unless they bought the rights somehow, because Disney had the original.
You guys can tell me if it is or not. Let us know. But I don't think the ones, the Nutty Professor with, oh, sorry, hon.
Eddie Murphy.
With Eddie Murphy are Disney. I don't think Eddie Murray.
The Oriole. Oh, that's funny.
Yep, it's different. But there's so many different movies out there that you can choose from. And some of the ones, as I went through the list, I was like, wow, that's a Disney movie? I couldn't remember.
True. I didn't even go back super far, so.
No, not at all.
But
right, and we kept Star Wars out of it, and we kept Marvel out of it, because to me, there's so many of them. You could have your whole top 10 could be those movies. And for some, I would have included probably several of those in my top 10 if I did them.
Some of them weren't originally Disney either, so I guess it just depends on how
Star
you look
Wars,
at it, right?
Yeah, but all the Marvel were at that time. They were all under it. But yeah, no, we didn't do those, but I wanted to keep those out of it. Yeah, the Muppets are a good choice, Noah, for sure. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't Disney.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
I'm surprised at that, though. I would have thought, I guess they obviously had to give them the rights to use that.
Well, that's the thing. You can have the rights to a movie for a while, and then you can lose those rights.
I see.
So that's the thing is that'll happen. Is if you lose those rights, then you can't do it anymore.
Of course, was the original Nutty Professor Disney?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought so.
Yep, it certainly was. Absolutely.
Imagine
Entertainment, right. Yep.
Thanks for checking on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't know if there's any other ones in there. Anybody else have any other ones? And speaking of great movies, Meg and I'm going to have some special guests on who I still have to ask, are going to do our major Lord of the Rings live stream, where we're going to talk about all kinds of different stuff about Lord of the Rings. I've got a whole plethora of things we're going to talk about. It's going to be a huge live stream on the 18th of December, that Tuesday. And we're going to start it early. Usually I start at 8. We're starting at 7. Yep.
That's funny.
Top 64 live action bracket now, Meg. All right. I could probably do that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure I could get that
together. Oh my gosh, live action movies, period? Like,
live action
that's everything,
movies?
though.
Yeah, that's everything, though.
That's everything. Top 64
movies the Absent-Minded Professor is the Disney one. Okay.
That's what it is. Thank you, Walter Grams. Oh my gosh.
Cargo, you got to do it. Yeah, we're going to need extra time for Lord of the Rings, Meg, and I'll definitely get with you on some of the things we're going to talk about. But we're going to have some extra people in there. We're going to have some special guests, and we're going to do well over an hour, maybe a couple hour live stream on Lord of the Rings on the 18th. So everybody remember that. Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Tell your pets. Tell your friends' pets' neighbors. Tell your enemies. There might be people out there you don't like. Make them watch me. That'll really get them. But, yeah, it's going to be a good time. 18th of December, we got all kinds of really fun stuff that we're going to talk about on that. And I can't wait. It's going to be a good time. But tonight, we want to thank you guys. We're coming up on an hour. I know Disney's got a big show coming on at 9 o'clock. I don't want you guys to miss that. So we're not going to run over tonight.
Go make your popcorn. Get settled
he
on the couch.
He arrives precisely when he needs
to. Oh, here we go.
Except on the 18th when he starts at 7. That's true. That's right. He's going to start early that day.
That's great, Meg. Cargo.
What'd she say?
She has a sneaky
suspicion. You got to show up.
She might be coming down with something.
It's going to be fun.
Not for her. She doesn't know any of it. She's not her thing.
You'll see. It's going to be fun. It'll be a good time.
She could come in and make fun of everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll have my selective hearing on, though. I'm just kidding.
Selective reading.
Yep. But everybody that's in here, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It definitely helps the stream and the channel. We were lucky enough to finally hit over 1,000 subscribers, over 1,100, and we hit the 4,000 minutes mark. Woohoo! We'll probably fall back under it, but that's okay. We're up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
But we definitely appreciate everybody coming out tonight. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. Hope you guys liked it. We always try to do something a little different, make it fun. Of course, Dean and the Live Place, thank you for hosting the show like you always do. Great live streams. They do a wonderful job. Family friendly for everybody. Lots of different people. Some of those people that do live streams on the Live Place are in here tonight. And please be sure to check out their channels as well.
Yes.
And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. And we love you guys.
Come say goodbye. Come say goodbye. Come on. Come on. You don't want to come?
Walter Grant said next time he comes into the stream that we will have seen the Mighty Ducks. Look, I know it's Emilio Estevez.
Someone said that earlier, so
oh, did they?
Cheating.
If only to shut him up. Hey, you're more than welcome to come in and say whatever you want. Don't you worry about that. But, oh my God.
Here he comes, here he
I
comes.
even knew something. People seem nice. Thanks, Meg. I appreciate that. Meg says we seem nice. Look who it is. Look, it's the Heffalump. That's what. Yeah.
Hi.
But thank you guys very much. I know we're at an hour. I hope you guys have a great week. We really appreciate everybody. We love you guys. We have a good time with this stream, don't we?
Look forward to it.
Yeah, it is. It's a great time. You're all wonderful. And see selective hearing. That's right.
What?
What happened?
Huh?
I don't know. But thanks, guys, gals. Hope you guys have a great week. We will see you again soon. We'll see you on some of the other live streams, I'm sure. And hope you guys have a great week and take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll see you guys. Thanks, Ray J. See you all. Take care, Meg,
Good night.
Cargo, Brian,
Send
Chris,
me some beans and rice,
everybody,
Brian.
John, Walter Grams, everybody was in here. Noah, take care, everybody.
Good night.
See y'all later. Bye-bye.